This video will demonstrate 5 ways to quickly access a Google Doc in your Google Drive. Well, as you create more and more Google documents inside your Google Drive, it's very important to learn the skill of creating and managing folders within your Google Drive. But even when you have folders to organize your content, it's still a lot of files to have to try and dig through and find the specific document that you're looking for. So I'm going to show some tips here to quickly access those documents. So let's say, for example, that I have a daily agenda for my class that I show what we're going to be doing each day, what assignments are need to be completed, when those due dates are. And I might have that inside of a folder, and then inside that folder it might be categorized down into another folder, and maybe even buried down inside another folder until I finally get to my daily agenda. And again, that daily agenda would be listed there, and I might show that up on a projector, but a better place for this would be on Moodle. So with Moodle, this is a quick and easy way for students to access that daily agenda, especially if they're absent, and they would simply click on that daily agenda to see the document. What's nice about that is that a teacher would share that as a view-only document. But being the teacher owns the document, they would also have the ability to edit this document. So for me as the teacher, once I have this linked on my Moodle page, each day when I'm going to my class website to see my content, all I have to do is click on Daily Agenda. It's basically like a bookmark, and then I can begin editing the content on this page that the students will see instantly. I don't have to relink it onto Moodle or anything. It just gives me a quick way to bookmark that. I also recommend teachers use this idea for the assignments they have for students. But then also, if you have like notes that you use for a specific unit, you could have your lesson plan or basically your teacher's guide linked right there, again, as a Google Doc. And I would hide that so students don't see it. But it's also a quick and easy link for me. And after the lesson, if I want to make any notes for any changes for the future, again, that's a quick and easy way for me to access that document without having to navigate through all of my Google folders. So that's one way, is to link your Google Docs on your Moodle page. The second way is just simply to star the Google Doc inside your Google Drive. So back on my Google Drive, with this document, if this is a document that I go back to frequently, I can just simply right click on it and choose Add Star. When I add a star to a document, off on the left hand side I'll have my starred section, and when I click on that, it'll have all of the documents that I star. Of course, with this you have to be careful not to star so many documents that, again, it becomes difficult to find. But here I can see my daily agenda, something I go back to often. My starred items helps me basically bookmark that item very quickly. The third method is to put a shortcut on your desktop. So again, let's say that this daily agenda is something that I go to often and I don't want to have to navigate through my Google Drive. What I can do is, when I have this document opened up in a tab, I can create a shortcut on my desktop. To do that, inside Chrome, I'm going to click on this middle box so that it's not full screen anymore. And now I can move this window around wherever I want. And there's a little icon right before the address of this document. In this case, it's a little lock symbol. I'm going to click and drag that lock to my desktop. And now I have a shortcut here to my daily agenda, and it lets me know that it's a Google Doc. If I want to rename that, I can just right click on it, choose rename, and I know it's a Google Doc, so I'm just going to get rid of the Google Doc part and just say that it's my daily agenda. And now when I come back each day, if this is again a file that I want to access and I know that I access it often, I've got this quick little shortcut here. When I double click on that, that'll automatically open up my browser and that document inside the browser. The fourth way is to bookmark your documents in Chrome. So in my Chrome browser, I can take advantage of the bookmarks bar, or I might bookmark different websites. But again, what you have to remember is that this Google Doc is basically a website sitting out on the internet. Just it's in the format of a Google document. So what I'll do is I like to create folders here for my bookmarks. So I would just right click and choose Add Folder. And I might call this, if this is for a science class, I might just call it my science folder. And now within my science folder, I can take the icon before the address, and I'm just going to click and drag that and place it inside my science folder. And now when I look at that science folder, I can see my daily agenda listed right there. So if I'm coming back each day to take a look at my daily agenda, I would just click on Science, Daily Agenda, and that'll quickly open up that document. So that bookmark is always sitting there waiting for me to access that document, making it a lot easier for me to find it. Again, you want to be careful not to bookmark too many things, but that's another way to quickly find that document. The fifth method is for finding documents that you rarely use and you can't remember where you placed it. So it's important to remember that you have a search bar in your Google Drive, specifically to find your Google documents. So within my Google Drive, up on top, I can search my drive. And then right up here, if I know that it's my daily agenda, but I can't remember what folder I placed it in, I can just type in daily agenda. It's going to pop up right there for me. I click it, and my daily agenda will open up. This video demonstrated 5 ways to quickly access a Google document.